This is 5 minutes of political common sense for America. I'm Brian Boeheim, the political engineer. And the question I have for you is LeBron James a runaway slave? Well, that's what Jesse Jackson says. He has spoken out against the Cleveland Cavaliers owner for his frustration with LeBron James' decision to leave Cleveland. Now, honestly, I'm frustrated with LeBron James' decision to leave Cleveland and sign with the Miami Heat. Here's what Jesse Jackson has to say about Dan Gilbert's comments about James' work ethic throughout the past few years and in the playoffs. Jesse says, Dan Gilbert's feelings of betrayal personify a slave master mentality. He sees LeBron as a runaway slave. I'm lost. At what point in history did any slave get paid tens of millions of dollars for playing a game? Is this the first time an employer has ever badmouthed an employee? I'm sorry, I've worked in the corporate world a long time, and when an employee jumps to the competition, there's usually some bad blood and some hard feelings. And it's not uncommon for the employer to badmouth the employee just a bit when they jump ship and go work for someone else, specifically the competition. So, what's going on here? Now, we have to take into consideration that Mr. Jackson wouldn't quite understand that because he's never had a real job his entire life. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not disrespecting any of the civil rights work that he did and the great things that were achieved in that time. But he's speaking out of turn, he's inappropriate, and he's being a racist in this case. Realize, Jesse, the working world is harsh, and it's not always about race. But that does open me up for the next thought here. Mr. Jackson, how come you are not speaking out about the things you should be speaking out about? How come you're not talking out about the racial issues that you should be talking out about? For example, the new Black Panther Party. They've come out and clearly they've made their mark as racist, hateful, and potentially a terrorist organization. Their claims that black babies are more deserving than white babies and their Philadelphia representatives' death threats to white children are appalling. But what I believe is more appalling is the silence of people like Jesse Jackson. They can spend their time talking about the poor, downtrodden LeBron James, but where are they in this conversation? Mr. Jackson is one of the renowned black leaders of the civil rights movement, but yet he's chosen to stay silent on this matter. This would just be a great opportunity for him to speak out against hate, to take a position that puts these people, these literal terrorists, in their place. But no, we don't hear anything about that. Not only is it a ridiculous comment that LeBron James is a runaway slave, but it's also ridiculous that Jesse Jackson and people like him aren't stepping up, having the courage, and speaking out against the real racists, the real racial injustice, the commentary from groups like the new Black Panther Party. You've been listening to 5 minutes of Political Common Sense for America. I'm Brian Boeheim, the political engineer. And if you like what you've heard here, then go pick up a copy of my book, Political Common Sense for America. You can find it at Amazon.com. Until next time, be safe out there.